done it much because of that voice thing. Light of God surrounding us, love of God enfolding us, power of God protects us, the presence of God watches over us, wherever we are, God is and all is well. Light of God surrounding us, love of God enfolding us, power of God protects us, the presence of God watches over us, wherever we are, God is and all is well. Wherever we are, God is and all is well.
Good morning and welcome. Yeah, please come on in and have a seat, folks. It's time to begin our service. Welcome to Unity Center for Positive Living in Everett, Washington.
Oh, is that where I am?
Yeah, it's where you are today, Sal. If you find that you're at the wrong destination, you may have boarded the wrong ferry. That's right, the wrong ferry.
I have been riding the ferries a lot lately. It's just, one of those things. But when you're inside them and kind of you got a big truck in front of you and a bunch of, you don't even know which boat you're on. And I go, wait a minute, am I going to Mukilteo? Am I going to Keystone? Where am I going? So I'm grateful for the ferries, but oh my gosh. So yes, okay, we're here, we're together. We're happy about it. Are you happy about it? Say yay.
Yeah, baby.
Okay, that's good. We're going to do Shirley the Presence together. And if anybody doesn't know it, I believe it's in your program. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. I can feel God's mighty power and God's grace. I can hear the brush of angels' wings, see glory on each face. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. I can feel God's mighty power and God's grace. I can hear the brush of angels' wings, see glory on each face. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. Surely the presence of God's love is in this place.
Good morning. Welcome to Sunday service at the Unity Center for Positive Living in Everett, Washington. Let's start our time together today with a reading from the Daily Word. I find peace and freedom as I forgive is the topic. Forgiveness is not always easy. I may resist letting go of the hurt or distress caused by someone's words or actions. Even so, I know that forgiveness makes space for peace to flow to and through me. I release what has been, realizing the past cannot be changed. As I do my inner work to forgive, I also forgive myself for hanging on to past hurts. With each step I take in the direction of forgiveness, I open to love. Love flows to me as healing energy and compassion. As I forgive, I heal. Letting go, my heart feels lighter, and I feel ready to move forward. My spiritual nature of divine love and peace cannot be harmed by words or actions. I forgive and feel light and free. And the scripture reading is, if anyone has a complaint against another, forgive each other, just as the Lord has forgiven you. So you also must forgive. And that's from the Colossians 3:13. Okay, so now we're going to have our opening statement, which is in your program, bulletin. For July 26th, which is today, I'll read it, and then I'm going to ask you all to repeat it. I find peace and freedom as I forgive. Okay, together. I find peace and freedom as I forgive. And now we have our opening song.
Beautiful. Okay.
Y'all stand up if you're able. And we just thought we'd just like kind of juice it up. Here we go. You know this, your line goes, God is so good. Say that. God is so good. Now say it like you really mean it. God is so good. And my God is so good to me. My God is so good to me. Well, I got up this morning saying, God is so good. Yes, I got up this morning saying, God is so good. Yes, I got up this morning saying, God is so good. Now my God is so good to me. Well, in my time of trouble, I say, God is so good. Yes, even in my time of trouble, God is so good. Even in my time of trouble, God is so good. Now, my God is so good to me. Come on, boys. When the day is over, I say, God is so good. Now, and the day's over, I say, God is so good. Now, and the day's over, I say, God is so good. Now, my God is so good to me. Let's hear that bass now. Come on. My God is so good to me. Let's take the time to praise the Spirit. God is so good. Let's take the time to praise the Spirit. God is so good. Let's take the time to praise the Spirit. God is so good. My God is so good to me. Now my God is so good to me. My God is so good to me. Hop, hop, hop. Oh my gosh. Oh, see what I'm saying? Yeah.
Sally warned me, but I thought it was only for the very first song and then when we were coming in, that I should wait till she can pass. I jumped. Yeah, okay. Well, thank you. You know I'm not Cindy, okay? My name is Chris, and let's see, there's papers that don't belong to me here. And Cindy will be back from a short little trip in time for the baseball game.
Oh, no kidding. Yeah, baby.
That's what I've been told. We'll see. Yeah, no, she wouldn't miss it.
Yeah, who's not going? Got a ticket to the baseball game? Put up your hand right now. Okay, we got a ticket for her?
Oh, I've got one.
Who needs a ticket?
They missed it.
Okay. Well, we'll have another announcement if you can think about it a little bit. Rick is standing by.
Yeah, Rick is standing by to help you get a ticket.
Okay, so again, welcome to Everett Unity. And we do have a couple of special guests today. I don't know if I'll call out Hannah. Yeah? And Hannah, sorry. See, already, it's my day. Is anyway, visiting, and also Doug's brother is here to check up on him. And I'm sure you'll enjoy it. See? He's not shy about admitting who he is. That's great.
Doesn't look a thing like Doug.
No. You take out. Welcome to all of you. Like I said, I'm Chris Druell, and other introductions. Yes, we have ushers serving you today, and that would be Treese and Mary. And our audio people are Rick and Matt. Okay, and in the nursery, I saw Angie, of course, and I don't know if she has somebody with her or not today. Who? Oh, Don. Okay, great. That's why he's not sitting next to you, Rose. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. And social hour is Dora Faye and Judy. And I saw Nadine brought in some extra treats, so we'll give you credit for that, too. And let's see. And then, of course, our musicians, most of you know, who are regulars, Doug and his beautiful wife, Sally, and Richard, who is, I suspect, a real rocker at sometimes. What a bass guitar, yeah. Yeah. You add a lot. So I already told you my name, and Doug will be giving our meditation and talk today. So, yes.
Thank you. Music. Yeah, I think we have
Music
something.
next. And they told me you don't put any numbers down for the hymnal because you know what? They like to do their own. So
We're going to share with you one of the classic, I like to call them hillbilly gospels. And I know you guys know this one. I've done my usual thing. I do tend to degender some of these old gospel songs. So just bear with me here, and you can join on the chorus. You'll know it. I walk in the garden alone while the dew is still on the branches, and the sound I hear whispering in my ear, the voice of love discloses, and God walks with me, and God talks with me, and says I am its own, and the joy that's shared as we tarry there, none other has ever known. La, la, join me. God walks with me, and it talks with me, and says I am its own, and the joy that's shared as we tarry there, no other has ever known. God speaks, and the sound of that voice is so sweet that the birds hush their singing, and the melody given to me within my heart is ringing. And God walks with me, and God talks with me, and says I am its own, and the joy that's shared as we tarry there, no other has ever known, and the melody that's given to me, no other has ever known.
I can be taught. Okay, so a couple of things before we go into our meditation and lesson. If you brought your cell phone here with you today, please make sure that it's turned off so we can have a quiet meditation here in a couple of minutes. So if you think maybe you turned it off, would you check? Because when it goes off during meditation, it's kind of distracting, so thank you. So if you are visiting here for the first time this morning, or for if any other reason you would like a packet of information describing Unity, please ask one of our ushers on our way out. We hope you have a wonderful time and that you choose to come back again. And we don't follow you home. We don't make you sign anything, so you'll be on our mailing list or that sort of thing. But we just really embrace everybody who comes, and if you like this, come back. One thing maybe newcomers would like to know, that we don't have a minister. So what we have is wonderful speakers. And for a lot of people, me included, we enjoy the variety because you get different perspectives, and we have some people from Center for Spiritual Living, thank you, that come in, and we're all similar type of philosophies and worship practices. So you'll get a smattering of different background people, and a lot of them are fairly regular, like Doug and Sally and Richard, and so anyway, that's how we do things here if you're new. And let's see, other announcements. We do have a prayer box if you have a request for prayers. It's right when you walk out of the sanctuary to the right. That's where the stairs go downstairs. There's a table right in that foyer next to the elevator with little forms you can write a prayer request. I think that's where the prayer request box is. I'm also looking at a box on the green tablecloth table back here. What do you think, Patty?
One or the other. It's either suggestion or prayer.
Yeah, it's either one. Okay, maybe it's prayer there and suggestion in the other, but y'all can read, so they're labeled. And parking, we just announced that don't park where the building is next to us. It's on-street parking, and there's usually enough for everybody to do that. And while we're meditating and experiencing this service, I'd like to ask for your special prayers, sending light and love to somebody who listens to us online regularly, who's having some health challenges, and her name is Cindy. So if you could just remember her and send her light and love for her healing, that would be much appreciated. And Cindy, we're glad you're with us online. Thank you. So other announcements, you all know there's a baseball game, and Rick has some more announcement about that. And while he's coming up here, I just want to tell you that as a survivor of the torrential downpour 2 years ago, when the day started bright and sunny, not a cloud in the sky, and we all left trying to get down those narrow stairs, the entire stadium, when it was hailing and pouring rain and just crazy. So today, I checked the weather as soon as I got up, and at the time, it said that there was, it'd be a cloudy day, which is okay, and there was 16% chance of rain by 7 o'clock. Well, then I checked again when I got to church, and there was a 26% chance of rain by 7 o'clock, and so... No, but what I'm going to do for you is bring my raincoat, because the weather gods do not like us to be prepared for anything. And so that's going to be my contribution to the group. And, I have to tell you just a little story. Can I have a minute yet?
Yeah,
Before
sure.
you're, okay.
I'll have a seat.
Just relax. Just relax. This is the power of energy work, okay? So I was working at this middle school for many years, and we had a track meet scheduled for after school. And I had volunteered, everybody gets to volunteer, to time some runners or whatever my job was there. And one of my good friends was one of the PE teachers, and it was forecast that the weather was going to be not so great for the track meet. And of course, we never want to reschedule those because it's just very inconvenient. So, and disappointing. So it started raining about 2:30. Now school's out at 2:45, and we were getting on the buses by 3. And so that's when I was really doing a lot more energy kind of work, metaphysical stuff. And my friend came to me and she says, "It's supposed to rain. Anything you can suggest?" And I said, "Let me go outside." And so I went outside, and it was looking pretty threatening, a lot of clouds and stuff.
Did you have a fight with God?
No, God's on my side. And so I just went outside behind the gym, put up my hands, and I just sent all this energy to the sky to open the clouds.
Wow.
So that we could have our track meet. And you know what? By the time the buses were loading, it was clearing. There was a hole in the sky. It started to clear. We had beautiful weather until 6:30. When the track meet was over, we were heading out, and it started to rain again. So with all the energy workers and lovers in this group, there's no reason why we have to get wet today. Rick has announcements.
Kind of reminds me of you hear someone's about to fly, so you tell them all about your airplane crash stories, So I was going to start with the weather because we've been watching it. The rain is not expected to be going during the game. There is some rain coming in either right at the end of the game or afterwards if you really don't like getting wet. And by the way, it's not supposed to be heavy rain, but you know, you can bring a coat or a hat. You can bring small umbrellas to the game if you're really concerned about getting any water on you. But other than that, it should be. It's highs in the low 70s, cloudy. The thing is, that most people are more worried about getting, sunstroke and from hot sun. You're not going to have that today. For the game, this is perfect apparel. And by the way, if you do have your Unity shirts with you and you're going to the game, I encourage you to do a little advertising for us while you're sitting there enjoying the game in the stands. Those are a couple of the last minute things. Game's 4:00 today. We have sold all our tickets. And we do have a standby list. If any of you are have your tickets with you and are saying, well, gee, I guess I'm not going to come, I'd be happy to manage that and try to route those tickets to someone who is on the standby list. And so let me know at social hour today if you have any extra tickets you at this point need to give away. And other than that, if you have any questions about the game, anything about the game, ask me. I go to the games all the time.
Who's going to win?
Yeah. Aqua Sox, of course.
Never mind.
They're playing very well right now. They've just got this last week. I know I'm going to talk baseball now. So the rest of you, you want to go to sleep, that's fine. But they just took our best hitters of the first half and promoted them up. So they're no longer with the team. But they brought up the best 3 hitters from the league farm system below us. And I've seen them this week. We've got some really hot hitters. There's going to be a lot of action. This is not one of those games that's likely to finish 1-0. Okay? Let me put it that way. So anyway, that's the details of the game. We'll see you. And yes.
Someone can buy a ticket at the gate.
Yes, they won't be able to sit with us, though.
Well, but they'll throw spitballs at you anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, well, yeah, if you don't mind, waving to us from, the next section over, yes, you can go buy us ticket too.
They'll be happy if more people want.
So, at any rate, we'll see you at the game. Thank you very much.
Yeah, let's do it. Somehow all that leads into a very quiet, meditative time. So please, we invite you to take this moment. Think about it. We can take any moment in life to achieve that meditative, God-centered consciousness. So let's take these next few moments together in quiet breathing, being present with the presence. Whatever our history, let us just be present right now. Be open to the divine, creative spirit of love and forgiveness. Whatever our history, let us be present with the mystery. Father, Mother God, I open myself to your healing presence. I open myself to your guidance. I open myself to whatever mission you have for me. Let us just take these next few moments without any narrative voice to just dwell in that presence, allowing our minds and our hearts to open to God's wisdom and guidance.
Last night I had the strangest dream I'd ever had before. I dreamed the world had all agreed to put an end to war. I dreamed I saw a mighty room, and the room was filled with women and men, and the paper they were signing there said they'd never fight again. And when the papers all were signed and a million copies made, they all joined hands and bowed their heads, and grateful prayers were prayed. And the people in the streets below went dancing round and round and round, and the guns and the swords and the uniforms were scattered on the ground. Last night I had the strangest dream I'd ever had before. I dreamed the world had all agreed to put an end to war. And now's the time for us to agree. We'll put an end to war. We'll put an end to war. We'll put an end to war.
It's good to be with all of you once again. Great to have this chance. Thank you so much for your presence here today. Starting by telling you a story. We're walking across the bridge of life together, Sally said to me a few years ago, as we crossed a bridge over a mountain creek on a pilgrimage to the high country. The backcountry trails are blessed with many such spans, and that's good news for us, for otherwise our feet would get quite wet. Some of these are just a log cut flat on the upper side with notches for footing. Others are well-engineered constructions with handrails, a step up and down, stunning views of waterfalls and pools. We felt fortunate to be on that journey, costing only some sore muscles and possibly a toenail or two at the end. Did you lose any on that one? I did. Yes, we usually do. As we crossed that part of the bridge of life together, Perched above the watercourses in the Olympic Mountains where we were, there are some bridges, notably those without railings, where balance tends to be uppermost in the mind, especially when you are bearing a backpack weighing 40 pounds or more. There, step by step, you're in a meditation on staying upright and unharmed. Any stray thought that might happen if you stumble or misstep, thoughts of that are carefully restrained and not allowed to gain purchase on your consciousness, or else. Sally's exclamation that day, "We're crossing the bridge of life together," made me realize afresh we are all just passing through these brief moments of mortal life in a universe that we understand to be billions of years old. It gave me a moment of true understanding, a piercing of the veil. It is as if we're on a bridge across an infinite chasm. Sometimes we walk side by side together for some span of time and space. I'd guess that most of us tend to focus on the scenery or keeping our balance or how much our muscles hurt and forget many moments that this bridge we are on, what we call our lifespan, does not in fact go on forever, and that our companions will come and then inevitably will go. When Sal and I returned from our journey, rested our tired bones, and began to catch up with emails, no cell service in Olympic National Park, I found out that one of my dearest friends had come to the stepping off point, that her own life bridge had reached its conclusion. I didn't know I would get so emotional talking about Leslie, who was my teacher when I was in college and for 40 plus years after I graduated, which is astonishing because I'm only like 35. She was an artist, a pilgrim, a practitioner of gratitude and wisdom, a much beloved dancer. I studied dance with her, believe it or not. A mother, a grandmother. She was almost too good to be true. In fact, at her Zoom celebration of life, when I felt like I had lost my best friend, I found out I was only one of many, many people attending who expressed exactly the same sentiment. That's who she was. And while we walked the Olympic mountain trails, her lifespan reached its terminal point. About a week after we got back to what we all still agree to call civilization for the moment, I spoke with Jerry, Leslie's husband, also my friend for decades. He said to me, "I never thought our time would end. I thought that somehow it would just keep going on." And that is so often our unconscious assumption, it seems to me, that it all keeps going until the end point of the bridge is reached, and we remember it was only designed to carry us for a certain distance and a certain length of time. I've been thinking about this bridge idea ever since that day on the trail. Thank you, hon. I think about how some of us focus on the quality of the bridge we cross. We pay a lot of attention to the details of its construction. For others, maybe we look to our own soundness and comfort as we traverse that bridge, making sure we have comfortable shoes, a stout hiking stick, that our packs are stuffed with snacks, that our first aid kits are handy. All important stuff, but perhaps we overlook the idea that the bridge only goes on for so long. And many of us, of course, are really into the scenery. We love looking down at the rushing currents and reflecting pools. Then again, there are those of us who mostly tune into our companions on that journey, and that too, so understandable. We build connections and walk across the bridge of life together with our families, our friends, our spiritual sisters and brothers. Who we join with on the bridge journey depends in part on where we are trying to go. The bridges we cross are not just the ones we find, they're the ones we make. Or they reflect the relationships we're drawn to that take us to places we never imagined. If I'd gone to a different college, or hadn't gone to college at all, I wouldn't have walked on that bridge with my teacher Leslie for over 40 years. If I hadn't written a song for a friend's wedding in the early 1980s, I wouldn't have met Sally there.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And I suppose our bridge dance would not be going on today.
What did you think of me?
So beautiful.
What did I think of you?
He's messed up. Road leads on to road and bridge to bridge. And it can be surprising to see the ultimate course of whatever bridge path we're on. Two friends on Facebook recently reflected on the fact that more than 50 years ago, one was serving in the armed forces in Vietnam, and the other protesting that war back here in the States, and now they're part of the same local community and friends. So these bridges lead into the future, and ultimately, inevitably, we find they actually lead into the unknown. Emily Dickinson spoke of this in her poem, Faith is the Peerless Bridge. And since you're listening to me and not reading it, I must tell you that's spelled P-I-E-R-L-E-S-S. So a bridge that doesn't have supporting piers. Faith is the peerless bridge supporting what we see unto the scene that we do not, too slender for the eye. Faith is that bridge with no visible support we walk across every day. In the brief time we're on the bridge, how well do we build bridges to others? Can we offer ourselves as links to a richer, kinder life for those we meet so that they won't be stranded and alone, but able to connect, to grow, as Leslie did for me and for so many others? Are some of the gaps we see between ourselves and others entirely unbridgeable? It certainly feels like this is the case these days within a country in conflict with neighbor divided against neighbor. I try not to judge those who differ from me, and yet in these times I often feel, how can I not have some kind of evaluation of others and what they're doing that I think is wrong? How can we not have those thoughts and feelings? And so at times, perhaps little by little, I take materials of possible friendship and community, and I build not bridges, but walls. Or I add to walls that already exist. Brick by brick, I may build them up with my thoughts if I'm not a careful shepherd of my consciousness. On September 13th, 1964, nearly 62 years ago, Martin Luther King Jr. spoke in Berlin. He sought to transcend one of the most famous divides in 20th century history anyway, the Berlin Wall, and to bridge the gap between East and West by speaking there, not just once, but twice, first in West Berlin, then in East Berlin. The U.S. Embassy, by the way, sensing the possibility that Dr. King would try to reach out across the wall, confiscated his passport. I saw visceral reactions. Yes, I mean, it just feels terrible. It turned out he was able to cross to East Germany just by showing his American Express card. Isn't that funny? On the far side of that wall, a quarter century before its fall, Dr. King said, "Here on either side of the wall are God's children, and no man-made barrier can obliterate that fact." I am keeping the quote exact. The language is gendered as it would be in 1964. Here on either side of the wall are God's children, and no man-made barrier can obliterate that fact. Wherever reconciliation is taking place, wherever men are breaking down the dividing walls of hostility that separate them from their brothers, there Christ continues to perform his ministry. Of course, we might say, wherever we are breaking down the dividing walls of hostility that separate us from others, and so forth. Dr. King worked, as he always did, in building bridges to the other, to those who were on the far side of some divide. In fact, this isn't in my script, but I just remembered I could have put this in here. Do you guys know the famous story that Dr. King was speaking when a man rushed up on stage, a white man rushed up on stage and ran up and hit him in the face? In some other notes I have the exact time and place, but this happened during the course of his ministry. And people ran to apprehend the man, and King said, "No, don't touch him. I forgive him. Please let us pause." And he took the man backstage, and they sat and talked. And he basically said, "I forgive you, and please attend the rest of this if you like. We'll wipe the blood off my face, and I'll continue." That's deep training, lifelong training to be nonviolent even when assaulted. So that's an example of building bridges to the other. King spent his life, he expended his life, his time on the bridge, trying to build more bridges of love. And what is it that we have to spend anyway but our lives? It's the true currency we offer up as we make our way from beginning to end. No other coin is honored. There's no toll we pay for crossing this bridge. No troll pops up to collect it. This life is not transactional as some would have you believe. And we are not here seeking a Savior to redeem us. Our lives they truly are for those on a sacred road, not transactional, but transformational. The only thing we have to change is everything. And the only thing we need to spend is our entire life. There's no heavenly reward for on the bridge we make our own heaven or our own hell, step by step. If we're walking in God's footsteps each day, then you may say we are on a consecrated bridge, a span that leads us closer and closer to the truth and to the light. As Father Richard Rohr puts it, he's the head of the Center for Action and Contemplation. The space in between everything is not space at all, but spirit. God is the glue that holds the dark and light of things together. The free energy that carries all death across the great divide and transmutes it into life. Grace is what God does to keep all things God has made in love and alive forever. Grace is not something God gives. Grace is who God is. Teachings from Richard Rohr. God is the bridge, in other words. So, my friends, my sisters, and my brothers, may we take each step on this bridge as another step closer to God. Another step in the footsteps of God, another step as God would direct us. No other choice will really bring us to what we long for. And no other destination is worthy of all the efforts we make to build this bridge of dreams. In Thomas Merton's words, quoting a couple of heavy Catholics here today. Hope that's all right if you're a recovering Catholic. In Thomas Merton's words, love is my true identity. Selflessness is my true self. Love is my true character. Love is my name. To find love, I must enter into the sanctuary where it is hidden, which is the mystery of God. Thomas Merton's words. May we know love as our true identity, true character, and authentic name. May we experience selflessness as our true self. That's a mind bender. May we cross that bridge together to spend each moment of our lives. A span that takes us into peace, into love, and deep within the heart and mystery of God. Thank you. What are we doing? Lift your heart? Good. This talk is routinely or programmatically followed by a group song, and what we're doing now is a song I wrote some time back that has a chorus
They knew.
we definitely want you to sing on, and you will have heard this a few times before if you've been here once or twice.
Sure, why
Stand
not?
as you like, yeah.
Why not? Just stretch. It's always good.
Okay, hang on.
Let me see.
we've both been bothered a little bit by this microphone
Turn it around.
situation. It's not quite adjusted, and I ignored it the whole time. So, as part of our bridge right now, we're adjusting the microphone placement in the stand. There we go.
Now they can hear you.
It's the stuff. It's the stuff. It's the details of our lives, right? You enjoy the journey, but you got to get the oil changed. Let your heart stay open, even in the pain, even in the rain. You know the sun will shine. Let your heart stay open, even on the days, even when the ways of the world have us crying. Let your heart stay open, open to love, open to love. Yeah, try to sing that one. Let your heart stay open, open to love, open to love, open to love. Let your heart stay open, even through the night, even when the light seems like it's dead and gone. Let your heart stay open, even when you doubt, even when your shout longs to say you're done. Let your heart stay open, open to love, open to love, open to love. Let your heart stay open, open to love, open to love. Let your heart stay open, even when you grieve, when one you love is leaving and you're left alone. Let your heart stay open, even with the fears, even when the tears come to melt its stone. Let your heart stay open, open to love, open to love. Let your heart stay open, open to love, open to love. Let your heart stay open, open to love, open to love. Let your heart stay open, open to love, open to love. Beautiful, thank you.
Thank you, Doug. Sally and Richard. And I was really struck by how the last song relates to the daily word in forgiveness.
We never planned that, but it almost always is true.
Yeah, it is. It's magic. Okay, so now it's time to bless our offering and thank our Creator for the many blessings we've been given and affirm our gratitude. So let's start by affirming the truth about ourselves, and then we'll bless our offering together. This is how it goes. You say, my name, use your name, and I am prosperous always and in all ways. So I'll say my name, but you say your names. So let's repeat this together. My name is Chris, and I am prosperous always and in all ways. Remember, always meaning forever and ever, and in all ways, as in all forms. So now let's take our offering, hold it next to our heart, and bless our offering together. Divine love flowing through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I share, and all that I receive. Thank you, Mother, Father, God.
Well, you know what song we're going to do right now. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Life is a ball game being played each day. Life is a ball game everybody can play. You got Jesus standing at the home plate. He's waiting for you there. Life is a ball game, but you got to play it fair.
Daniel was the first to bat. You know, he prayed 3 times a day. But life threw him a fastball, baby. He swung at it anyway. Job came in the next inning. Trouble struck him in every way. But Job, he hit himself a home run, and he came in on that day. Life is a ball game being played each day. Life is a ball game everybody can play. You got Jesus standing at the home plate. He's waiting for you there. Life is a ball game, but you got to play it fair. Prayer will be a strong bat to hit our trouble's ball. And heart, you start to swing it. I'm telling you, you got to give your all. Faith will be our catcher, on that you can depend. And Jesus standing at the home plate, and he's waving you on in. Come on home now, come on home. Life is a ball game being played each day. Life is a ball game everybody can play. You got Jesus standing at the home plate. He's waiting for you there. Life is a ball game, but you got to play it fair. Life is a ball game, but you got to play it fair.
Thank you. That gets us in the mood, huh? So let's see. Thank you for coming today. Please plan to join us downstairs in the social hall if you have some time today. Meet some other people and enjoy some treats that have been set out for you and some coffee if you like, tea. So let's circle the room right now and join hands and say the prayer. Oh.
I forgot to bless it. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I was caught up. Thank you very much. I stumbled on the bridge. And you get caught up in playing a song and just everything disappears, right? So for all of those gifts and energy exchanges and smiles and hugs and treats and material things that keep this spiritual community thriving and a happy, beautiful place where we share, we are ever, ever so grateful. Amen.
So I hope we're both forgiven, me and Doug. It felt like something was missing. But
Right?
You're welcome. I practice that every day.
Practice that every day.
Yeah. Yes. So let's see. Now circle around the room. And I think we can make it all the way around there and maybe the center aisle here. How many people do we have?
We have 40 people.
Oh, yeah, we're good. Circle around. All the way around.
If you have 40.
Loaves and fishes. There's always going to be more than you think.
Our prayer of protection. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. And the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.